All right, there we go. All right, everybody, welcome to tonight's Zoom call. I titled it Becky's Story. Real talk here. This is such a fantastic night to do a Zoom call, and our heart and our intention with this call to you is just to be open, to be honest, and to just share a story with you that so many people have. That's something that as someone who sells Plexus, I run across this all the time. And I don't know how to always help it or help it in a relatable way because it's not my story. That's not the story that I had. So I was super excited when Becky reached out to me and decided she wanted to share her story. And so, what we're going to talk about tonight is I tried that before and it didn't work. And Becky has a story where she tried Plexus a few years ago, wasn't sure if it was working, may have not been using it consistently. I don't know. I'm going to let Becky share all those details with you tonight. So, first, I'm going to tell you just a smidge about myself and Plexus, and then we're going to jump into her story. So, if you don't know me, my name is Alicia Robinson, and I have been using Plexus since January the 12th, exactly is when I started using it consistently because that's the day my life changed. I took 2.5 years to order Plexus because I was so incredibly skeptical. I may have a great story now, but it took me 2.5 years to order because I was that skeptical. So, if you are watching this or you are watching the live or the replay, and you are sitting there in the same shoes that I was in saying, I don't want to order that. It's skeptical. It's an MLM. I don't know. But the only regret that I have is that it took me that long because these products are life changing, not just to me, but to so many others. So if you don't know what Plexus is like the OG gut health company. Okay. They have other products, but their primary focus is gut health, microbiome. And I wholeheartedly believe that when you start healing the gut, other things are just going to fall into place, whether or not you are weight loss resistant, have chronic fatigue, lots of brain fog, anxiety, lots of digestive and GI tract issues, bad skin, hair coming out. Literally, all the things are connected to your gut. I challenge you to literally just go Google whatever symptom that you have going on and type gut health with it. And I can almost guarantee you that you're going to find something related because everything is connected through our gut. It is literally called our second brain. So I am tickled that I caved and I gave in and I ordered Plexus. They have a 60-day money back guarantee, but now you literally could not pay me to send it back. And it's something I will use every single day. So with that, I'm going to hush because we're going to keep this call fairly short for you. Becky, share with us your story.
Okay, so when I ran into Alicia back in March, um, it was at the Ag Center and she was doing a little taste and see type thing. And I had done Plexus previously, but my life was pretty chaotic at the time and pretty stressful. And honestly, I think I was looking for something for that miracle to just take, and overnight you're skinny and you feel better and all your problems are gone. And unfortunately, I still have to say tonight that Plexus is not it. That's not the miracle. That's not how that works. And so I wasn't super consistent at that time. I would sometimes I usually took the pink drink every day, but I was very not consistent with the Bio Cleanse, ProBio 5, those things that the pink drink feeds. It's kind of pointless to take the pink drink without taking the probiotic and Bio Cleanse, but I didn't know that. And so sometimes I would take the pills at night before I went to bed, and sometimes I would take the pink drink. And I left feeling that it wasn't really doing much for me. But at the time, my diet wasn't good and I wasn't getting enough sleep, and there were a lot of things that weren't good at that time. And so I just said, well, this isn't going to work for me. So I just quit taking my products. I didn't try to send them back or anything. And pretty much concluded that it wasn't doing for me what it was supposedly doing for so many other people.
I love that, Becky, and I don't love that that was your experience, but I love that this is a part of your story because it is a part of so many people's story. There are so many people out there that get this, they order something like Triplex, they have the hope that it's going to help them, and it doesn't help them necessarily within that first 30 days, and whether that be because of consistency, like because of they're using it consistently or not, or whether it be like the product just hasn't had time to kick in and start working yet. Can you share us a little bit about what has been different this time and a little bit about what you've had to go through and how you were able to stick with it?
Sure. Actually, I do have to say, I want to preface by saying that it was 100% my fault and not the people that I signed up with. I was just super busy and didn't reach out and didn't ask the right questions. And so I am actually really good friends with the person that I signed up, and I am confident had I reached out and asked the right questions or even said, hey, this isn't working for me. Do you have any suggestions? I feel confident that they would have helped steer me in the right direction, but I just didn't think about it at that time. Um, but that's helped me to learn this time around that open communication both ways is very important. Um, I so this time when I saw Alicia, I kind of already had a lot of products left over from the last time that I had it. But when I got to digging, I must have been really crazy about the pink drink because I didn't have any of that left. But I did have some Probio 5. I did have some um, Bio Cleanse. I did have some Ease, and I had a few other things. But so I just reached out to Alicia, and I'm like, I think I might want to give this a try again, but I need some pink drink and I need some active. And so she was real kind and ordered it for me. And um, then she checked back up with me a few weeks later and was like, hey, just wondering how it's going. And it was, I don't know, probably 2 or 3 weeks after I first started taking when she reached out that first time. And I said, I have to be honest. Like, I feel so much worse than when I even started. Like, I don't know if I can continue. Sorry. And honestly, I have to say that my intention was to get to 60 days and I was going to get my money back because not only was it not helping, um, and I was second guessing my decision to give it another try, but I was much worse. In fact, I actually sent Alicia a picture one night and I said, delete this immediately. But I honestly looked 6 months pregnant, like not even joking. And so she immediately got me on the phone with Alita, her host, and a super, super sweet lady, and very knowledgeable, very helpful, been in the company for 10 years. And so she put my heart at ease by letting me know that those symptoms that I was having was normal. It was actually a good thing, and to just try to ride it out. So I started out with 3 BioCleanse a night and 1 Probio 5. So the first thing that she did was up my BioCleanse to actually 6 a night. And so it was really helpful to have her, who has done this many, many times over 10 years, and to tell me that, these are natural, they're not going to hurt you, what your body doesn't use. You're just going to pee it out basically. And it's okay to take more, but you might have to take more in order to get better. So um, that's what I did. And I don't know. Do you want me to continue on that journey or are you going to? change directions because I could
No,
probably
yeah.
talk a long time.
No, I love it. I love it so much. Like I said, I hate saying I love it because I hate that you had these symptoms because you
Yeah.
guys, Becky is a trooper. Like I do not think I could have hung in there the way she did with her die-off symptoms. So what she's talking about is die-off from that candida yeast. If you don't know what candida yeast is, I can talk to you about that some other time. But to make it short, it's something that is in our gut that has the overgrowth of candida yeast. We need that in our bodies. It helps us decay when we die. So it's not the candida yeast, it's the overgrowth. And that's what starts to cause so many of these issues in our gut. And so when that starts to die off, you can actually have some detox symptoms. And let me tell you, I think Becky checked off every single one of them. Like,
Yeah, it
yeah.
was pretty rough.
hmm So, you know, what is so great about Plexus with our community in particular is that I think anybody out there who shares this with people, who sells this to people, that they will help you if you ask for it. But I love so much that I came into a team and a community that is really all about helping people. And it's not just about a sale, that it was a culture that I came into of reaching out to your customer and checking in and making sure things are there. And then am so glad I did because Becky was having a really, really hard time. And so it's one thing that I love the team that I am a part of that that's just something that we do for you. And like Becky said, I'm really grateful to have my own personal host that's been in it for 10 years. Worked a business at the top of the company, has so much knowledge to have passed down to me and now to Becky. And it's now things that we work together and can share with others if they wanted it to. Um, so Becky, do you now that you have kind of gotten over the hump of like the major die off, can you tell me why you want to continue taking it? Are you feeling better?
Oh,
Um,
yes. Even, um, it to the point that, I don't know, I will probably never be without ProBio 5, BioCleanse, and the pink drink ever again. My die-off symptoms they were really bad. It was hard to get through as far as some days I'm like, I don't know. I really think I have the flu. Like there was a couple of days I even ran a low grade fever, chills, a headache off and on for almost 3.5 weeks, super nauseous and just felt terrible. And it never dawned on me, um, and it would have never dawned on me before. And that's what I think Alita is so important because, sometimes people, even if they are consistent, I wasn't being consistent before, but I think some people who have said, because I've talked to so many people, well, I tried it and it didn't work for me. Um, and I just ask them to have that conversation a little deeper. Like, so maybe you did try it and you did everything right as far as um, taking the pills every night, you took the pink drink every day, and you did it every day for 60 days and you didn't notice a difference. Well, sometimes it's a dosing issue. Like, um, Alita said her sister has to take 6 every day, and she only has to take one every other day. So for me, it did for probably 2.5 weeks. I took 6 BioCleanse every day and 2 ProBio 5 every day. And that's what I needed to push me over the edge. And now that I did, I feel so much better. Um, sorry, I'm getting reminders for some. Anyways, um,
totally
so
fine.
yeah, um I can't imagine being without these products now because and I think I touched on it a little bit earlier. Sometimes I think people have an unrealistic expectation. Um, I feel better from Plexus as far as the brain fog and the fatigue and the tired. Before I felt like I had to have a nap almost every day. For probably the last month, month and a half, I can't even take a nap. Like I'm not tired. I have my 2-year-old granddaughter living with me, and before I could not wait till nap time because I was joining in on that nap time. Now I pretty much work through her nap time. And so it's just not nice to have more energy, but I feel better. So I'm walking 2 to 3 miles a day, 3 to 5 days a week. It's easier to make right food choices because I don't want those high carbs and those quick, easy whatever. Um, because I feel good. I mean, and sometimes I think we use that as an excuse, not in a mean way, but really, a banana is just as fast as a bagel. So anyways, that's I don't know where else that conversation was gonna go, but
Yeah, no, Becky, you bring up so many good things. It's not just about being consistent with your products. It's about asking yourself, did it not work for you? Okay, you were doing everything somebody told you to. You were using it consistently. Even if I sat there and told you about the dosing, was your diet decent? Like, were you making healthier choices? Were you drinking plenty of water? Like, I love so much that I think our diet should be balanced. I don't think you have to have a very perfect diet and stuff, but I think you should have a good diet. Like, you cannot out supplement your way out of a diet, but you're such a testimony to when you are consistent, when you are just are coachable with someone that has had many years of experience and you are trusting them combined with a good diet that things do begin to work. And I love so much that you brought up that you started feeling good and were able to do healthier things. Most of us have that experience as well when we start doing it. The pink drink, it really starts regulating those blood sugar spikes. Every time a blood sugar spikes and drops, that's where a lot of our like energy crashing comes from. It's where a lot of brain fog comes from. It's where all of our cravings come from. And starting to get those systems in check, starting to get your gut health in check, it allows you to do the healthy things. It allows you to have the energy to exercise. It allows you to have the energy to even move more to do the daily task like cooking and cleaning and laundry and it just not be an absolute misery. Because I totally feel that about nap time and things. And I love that you brought up that point. Because it does. Getting your gut health in check, like I said earlier, really starts allowing you to feel better. And when you're able to feel better, you're able to do what you need to do to make the lifestyle changes that you've been trying to do. So I love this so much, Becky. Do you have anything that you want to add?
I really think so. I've talked to a few people that like I said earlier, that kind of spawned this thought. As far as I tried Plexus and it didn't work for me. I would just recommend really trying again, and communicating with you and Alita. Um, and even if they did everything right, maybe the dosing wasn't right. Um, or maybe they needed a little something extra. Um, so that's my big thing is just to try again. Like, I'll just say I have somebody under me that is very close to me that's had a lot of health issues, and so many times we've wasted money on so many things that we try. And so this time I told her, I said, let's try this. And you know what? At least if it doesn't work, you do everything you're supposed to do. We're going to stay in touch with Alicia. And if 60 days from now you don't feel better, guess what? We're getting our money back. Like, this is the only thing that we've ever been able to try that, hey, if it doesn't work, you don't have anything to lose. So I'm really excited to see how that goes. And so that would be my recommendation to anybody that has tried before is try talking to Alicia or Alita and coming up with a plan and just being open and honest. Like, and let's say you do everything for 4 weeks and you don't feel any different. Maybe you're not like me and you don't feel terrible, but you don't feel better. Maybe they could help head you in the right direction with that as well. So that's kind of where my heart was tonight for those who have tried it before and insist that it doesn't work, is maybe try again, but say, you know what? I'm holding them to this 60 days. I'm going to try it again. I'm going to reach out to people and get the help that I need. And if this does not help me, I'm sending it back. Because honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens when you do try to send it back. I haven't personally met anybody that did that. And so I'm kind of curious if it doesn't work, how hard it is to send it back because I've been told it's not hard at all. It's just a phone call.
Yeah, Plexus has been so good about any issues I've ever had or anything like that. They are so easy to work with. And I love, like you said, you've literally got nothing to lose. There is a 60-day money back guarantee. And the thing is, it's not like on unused products. It's not like they're saying, here, like regurgitate this back up and send it to me. They want you to try the products. They want you to use the products and they want you to be successful. And, if you're not, you call and tell them about that. And you have a 60-day money back guarantee. You literally have absolutely nothing to lose and your health to gain. And to me, it is absolutely worth the risk if you feel like that to try it. I honestly, like I said, I leaned on that 60-day money back guarantee, and now you literally could not pay me to send it back. And I am like Becky, I will use Triplex probably every day for the rest of my life because it makes that big of a difference. If I skip my ProBio 5, which is a top of the line probiotic, if I miss that, I can tell a difference literally the next day. It is that good for my body. So, thank you all for showing up for us tonight, Becky. I just want to thank you so much for sharing your story with us because there are so many of us out there that were skeptical or that tried it and they feel like it didn't work or that, they've had friends that say it didn't work. And I just think your story is so, so relatable for so many people. And I just really thank you for taking, 20 minutes or so to hop on here and share that with us.
Absolutely.
All right, you guys. Well, if you want to order or you have questions about the product, feel free to reach out to me or to Becky or to whoever it is that puts you on this phone call. And I cannot wait to hear about your gut health journey too. You guys have a great night.
All right. Good night.